had, maybe since you've been a Niner?
What'd you ask?
Would you say it's like the biggest comeback you guys have you've experienced?
Literally, I think so. Yeah. Do you want me to comment on that?
Please.
All right, you got to give me a better question now.
I'm trying to figure out a way to say it, how to phrase it, because it's such a crazy comeback.
I'm a little tired right now.
Yeah, I know.
It was. I mean, that's a cool thing about football. You know, if you just keep trying, and your team comes together, make a couple stops on defense, hit field goals when you need to hit field goals, and then your offense starts to execute. Guys make big plays. I've been saying all year we have a very talented football team, and you know, there's been times where you know, we weren't firing on all cylinders, and for us to be able to, you know, kind of hunker down, and start to fire on all cylinders, that's what you see. You know, an explosive offense, a very talented defense that flies around and hits people, causes turnovers, and then our special teams make plays when they need to.
George, with the history that you guys have of losing twice in the NFC Championship game, to be down in this game, what does it take to remain focused and still believe that you can win?
I mean, we have a vet group. We have a very good foundation of players that Kyle and John have brought in here since the start, and we have a lot of high character guys. And you know, this team doesn't really give up. Turn on the tape from last year's NFC Championship game, and we were without a quarterback for a quarter and a half, 2.5 quarters, and didn't give up. It wasn't very pretty. You know, hard to win that game, but you know, guys are flying around, hitting people, trying their best, putting good stuff on tape, and you know, that's what you get all year round. You know, with this team, it's just you have a vet team who. We really want to win. We're not going to give up. This is our one opportunity. And you know, the halftime speech was, "There's not really a raw recipe that's going to get it done for us, guys. Just figure out a way to get it done." That's what we did.
George, that was the Super Bowl against the Chiefs the last time. There's the video of you vowing to get back there. What does it mean to you, not only to get back there now, but have another shot at the Chiefs also?
Shot at the Chiefs. I mean, nothing really. And that was 2019. That was a while ago. They're a very different football team. A lot of the same great football players, obviously. You know, we got Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, and you know, Mahomes, like, and Andy Reid. So, like, they're still like really good. They got their core guys as well, but not really, you know, worried about that game plan when the time comes. I'm very happy for this team, this organization, franchise to get back and get this opportunity because losing the NFC Championship game 2 more times, it's not very fun. You put an extra 2 weeks in and then you lose. It's like that stings, and then you move on to the next one and you just say, well, what am I going to do differently this year? How am I going to work harder? How am I going to train my body differently? What's my mindset going to be? There's a lot of questions, and for us to be able to extend this out a little bit and not have to think about those things at this current time, just think about, okay, how are we going to get everybody healthy, as healthy as we possibly can be for this next game, and what is our game plan going to be, and just to be able to be in that opportunity with this group of guys is very fun.
George, for someone who did not see that Brandon Ayuk catch, how would you describe what happened?
I didn't see it.
Oh,
I was way in the back, and I saw a flag. I was like, oh, thank goodness we got a flag. But all of a sudden, everyone was celebrating. He's in the end zone, like fake dunking on the goalpost. I was like, he caught it? Like, so I was like, did he one-hand catch it? Like, what did he do? And I saw the replay. I was like, just how we intended it to look. Off the guy's face mask, right to BA. Dang, Brock's good at football, isn't he?
How tough was the?
How did you feel that 4th down stop on the offense?
Oh, for our defense? Yeah, that was cool because I think we came out, got a field goal, and then that was the next one. Then we go down to score, and then they have a turnover the following play, and we go down and score. It's crazy. The 4th down stop was huge, and I'm assuming the defense got up here and they're like, yeah, we didn't play our best ball, but we played better. In the second half when we needed to make plays. That's what we did. Our defense flies around. We have a lot of great players on that. Gibson is just playing with hair on fire, whatever's left of it, and he's playing at an incredibly high level. I'm kidding, guys. They call him Young Gip every single day. But it was a huge stop, huge momentum for us. I have a question for you guys. Why does analytics people say that momentum isn't a real thing? Like, what? I had a conversation with Pat McAfee. He's like, yeah, all these people are telling us that momentum's not real, and that's just the biggest load of horse crap I've ever heard of in my entire life. But we move on.
So when did you feel that the momentum really started?
I mean, I think our stadium did a fantastic job. Like when Nick said, yes, like for some reason, playoffs and Levi's, it feels like there's crap that's being pumped in. It's not. Our fan base is just phenomenal. Really, no, we had a good opening drive out of the second half, and that 4th down stop, you can just kind of feel an energy. We go down and score. All right, this is huge. Turnover. I was like, oh man, all bets are off now. Like, bang, bang.
The momentum is real. How come you guys didn't hold it in halftime? Because obviously they had all the momentum.
Because in every in every opportunity that you have, in every circumstance, you have a choice. Am I going to back down, or am I going to do something about it? And that's the really cool thing about football. The really cool thing about life is I have a choice, and I'm going to do everything I can to be my best self on every single play, whether the ball's going my way, whether it's, no matter how good the defense is playing, no matter how good the special teams is playing, no matter how good the quarterbacks are, no matter what's going on, I have a choice to go out there and play at my best. And that's the decision that our entire team made today.
The ball
And
did.
Makes those couple scrambles when you get 2 21-yard runs.
Sick.
What's your view of those? What kind of spark is that?
Do it more. What are we doing? Just don't get hit. Like scramble, maybe tuck the ball a little bit faster, but like he scampers. I think that's the best way to describe it. He scampers. Like, you ever seen one of those little water dragons run across the water? Like, that's what I envision every time he's running with the football. And I just thought of that too. That was not pre-planned. Pretty proud of myself for that. And then, but it's just like, he does a really good job of avoiding contact. He dives into areas. He could slide once in a while, probably get a 15-yard penalty, But he's a tough kid, a lot of grit to him, and he understands that like when he's playing at a high level, when he needs to play at a high level, everyone around him is better.
George, you mentioned that you guys actually didn't play your best today. Come from behind to win both games without playing your best all 4 quarters. Can you beat the Chiefs that way, or yeah?
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing like the playoffs to try to win from behind multiple times for the first time in the season. Can I beat the Chiefs that way? You never want to give Patrick Mahomes the lead. He's a fantastic football player. Probably going to go down one of the best ever do it. Him and Travis have 18, 19 touchdowns in the playoffs. Like, they know how to win big games. They've won it twice. So, no, would that be good for us? Probably not. I believe in the team to be able to win in any circumstance, though. We proved it again tonight. That's a fun thing to be able to say.
Along those lines, you
Last one.
back in.
Were you just wearing a Northwestern hat? Now you're in a Virginia hat.
That's right.
You have alter egos? Fair.
Back
Strong. Thank you.
back in 19, you
Okay.
won those 2 playoff games pretty handily.
That we did. We ran the ball like 45 times a game. It was one of my favorite games I ever played in my life.
This is a totally different scenario. I mean, any sense that the way the playoffs have gone this year, sets you up, prepares you better for a Super Bowl?
I thought our team in 2019 did a fantastic job of handling those games. Teams coming to the stadium and just kind of whooping up on them. I think we did a really good job of that. And I think we handled that, whatever the pressure was, I thought we did a good job of handling winning by a lot. We did a good job. But when you have to come back and win, and you have to win 2 very gritty games, I think it kind of sets a sense of urgency into the entire building. And, all right, hey guys, look, I don't know if there's things we have to fix, but there's things we have to lock down, tighten up, refocus on. And I think it just kind of throws some gas on the fire of a sense of urgency and like, hey guys, we were almost out of this 2 different times, and luckily we're a good enough team with good enough coaches that we're able to come back and get those wins. But let's try not to do that again, is what I would say.
All right, thanks, George.